and welcome to Miss Congeniality, y'all. My name is Jamie Doris, and today we are doing something that I've been dying to do my whole life. We are starting a legit homegrown vegetable garden here at my house. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably romanticized the idea of having fresh produce right outside your front door, but you probably also know it takes a lot of energy and time, which aren't always items that are just lying around the house, right? So, the tide has turned, and a lot of us are now more concerned about resiliency and self-sustainability. And so, with that being in my mind, I'm ready to give this home garden a try.
Easy peasy, look at that.
Wow. On today's show, Master Gardener Karen Ball from Fazzios Home and Farm Center in Gulfport, Mississippi is teaching us exactly how to get a garden started. We're going to talk soil, plant varieties, sun, water, and everything else, besides eating, of course. 2 months.
2 months, yes. Yes.
I'm going to be starving.
I know. This was a long term.
Y'all, a big part of going green is lessening our impact on the environment. You know, from recycling to composting, using less transportation and less plastic. And a garden is a great way to do all of that. But first, a word from our green sponsor, the Mississippi Gulf Coast National Heritage Area. You guys, and welcome back. You know, the first step when it comes to building a raised home garden vegetable bed is the actual beds. But I want to go ahead and tell you guys, my husband was so kind over the weekend. He literally spent no money. He got all of this wood scrapped around the house. He built this bed. He and my son nailed it all together, and they were really kind to do that. But don't let not having a bed like this, make you not want to do this garden. Why? Because all over Facebook and all the garden centers, it's really popular right now. They are selling these beds and they're selling them really cheap. So don't let that keep you away from doing a victory garden. But with all that being said, it's time to get started. And I'm bringing on my Karen Ball. You're from Fazzios, right?
Fazzios, yes.
Fazzios, oh my gosh, look at this lady.
I know.
She's like,
I'm short.
she's a little lady, but she is a master gardener, and is it called Fazzios Home
and Farm Center?
Home and Farm Center in Gulfport, right?
Gulfport.
What would you recommend to the viewer who's even starting to think about this idea? What is the first thing they need to do before they go to the store?
Okay, so most of the plants that we're dealing with need a minimum of 6 hours sun. Now, with tomatoes, everybody says, oh, they love their tomatoes, okay, and they can take full sun. Last year we had record-breaking temperatures. So sometimes if you could find an area that had all of that good morning sun, but then afternoon shade, when it gets really hot, July, August, your plants could probably extend further.
Oh, is this a good spot?
This will be fine.
I mean, we have the morning shade, but it's like sun the rest of the day.
Right, I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
All right, and what else does somebody need to think about before they go to the store?
What type of plants they're going to put in, and then if they're bed, what are they going to fill it with?
Oh.
So I made a decision to do some pre-made soils that we're going to mix together. We are going to mix 2 different ones. We're going to mix the soil conditioner by Happy Frog with the one called Ocean Forest, and we're also going to add some peat moss to it, because we need a water holding capability so this doesn't dry out.
Oh my God, there is so much to know about gardening. Karen, I mean, like, you speak about it and you're just kind of like, and I'm over here going, a peat what? A garden what? A compost what? I feel, and I'm sure the audience kind of feels this way too. Like, how do you even know what to buy?
There's a lot of knowledgeable people in the garden centers. I'm just one of them, and most of the places carry basic soils. We have some basic soils, and then we have what we call little top-end soils. Depends on sometimes your pocketbook, or maybe you don't want to fuss with that. Just give me something it's easy, and I'm used to using cow manure, which is very, very popular, and just keep it basic.
Okay, so speaking of keeping it basic, something I read, because I've done a lot of research on this, you guys. I mean, I think I signed up for like 5 newsletters. Like, I'm like on the Farmer's Almanac now. I'm on like homesteading. I'm like, I'm not a homesteader, but whatever. And everything that everybody says is keep it simple. Start with just a few plants. What do you think about that, Karen?
Yes, but I brought you kind of like a cornucopia of plants because I tried to get the different food groups. We got tomatoes, we have peppers, we've got okra, cucumbers, squash, and I think that's it.
Oh my God, and they look so
And the top off with the color are marigolds.
Why did you bring marigolds?
They are an insect repeller.
Really?
People plant them in their gardens for repelling insects.
I didn't read that on my almanac.
See? Oh, good. I beat the almanac. Yay.
All right, you guys. Well, we just heard a lot about what to look for when you're going to the store, and don't be scared to ask people to help you when you're in the garden center, especially if you go to a place like Fazzios. We got Karen right here, master gardener. Don't call her an expert.
Please.
I made the mistake of doing that. So anyways, y'all, after the break, we're going to be getting a little dirty and starting to get this soil in the beds. Stay with us. Are you good at gardening?
It looks good now. I don't know what, I got some little tomatoes and some little zucchini. They're coming along.
I'm growing lettuce and basil, and I've got a lot of fruit trees, and I have olives, and I have some grapefruit left.
It's got lettuce, it's got kale, it's got parsley, it's got onions. It had potatoes, I ate them. It's got some strange herbs.
How strange.
Nothing illegal.
Okay.
Stay tuned for more Miss Congeniality.
It's your day here at Michael Vincent Salon. Whether you come in for a cut and color or a manicure and massage, we want you to feel relaxed. We are trendy, light, friendly, and downtown. Our clients become our friends. Come as you are, leave as a star. Michael Vincent Salon, Highway 49, downtown Gulfport.
All right, you guys, and welcome back. Today we are joined with Karen Ball with Fazzios Home and Farm in Gulfport, Mississippi. She's helping us figure out how to have an edible yard, because that's so in vogue these days, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Is it called a victory garden?
Yes, they are calling it victory garden.
Victory garden. Okay, now she's going to make me get dirty because it's time to start doing the soil. You know, I just got these and I have yet to...
Get them dirty. We're going to start out with the this weed mat first. Okay. We're trying to make sure that not too much of the soil escapes. It's a good idea. I think we just went down the center. We'll still have good drainage. Okay. You need good drainage in your beds.
Okay, so it's like you're trying to deal with both having good drainage, but also not having too much soil escape.
Exactly.
Kind of a mixture. Okay,
exactly.
So would you like me to cut?
If you want to.
I can do the honors.
Okay, here you go.
How far do I need to cut? Oh, hold on.
Okay. So you're going to make it, what? You can't do it with the gloves on? I wonder why. They're glued to her fingers.
It's like gift wrap.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You're a pro.
I'm a master gardener, y'all.
I know, easy peasy. Look at that.
Wow. Boom.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Boom. And you guys, this is Chris Coward, by the way. He's our lovely helper for the day. He is my landscaper. He makes this yard look amazing. Making the cut. Boom. And I just made the cut.
Yes,
okay.
you did.
What's next?
Now, we're going to go to the soils.
Did you see my boots?
Yeah.
Aren't they amazing? They're my gardening boots.
They're gardening boots, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. These boots are made for walking?
And these boots are made for gardening. And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, this victory garden is gonna, I don't know.
Feed you.
Feed you. All right, let's do it. Potting soil, soil conditioner, peat moss, and if you're lost, ask the person at your garden center. Okay.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead.
So we're starting with the soil conditioner.
Yeah.
Oh, we're mixing it all together in here.
We're going to mix it here.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Now, is this what somebody would do at home, is put a tarp down and then mix the soil?
If we gave them different things to put together, this would be recommended.
Instead of just putting it in the bed and mixing it there?
Well, we've got the weed barrier in there right now, remember? So if we do it this way, we can kind of monitor the consistency and we can get a big chunk done at one time.
Chris, what would we do without you?
I don't know.
No, he does so much, you guys. You just don't understand. This dude, he does all the landscaping here at my house. And every time I go, oh my God, I want this, he goes, okay, I'll figure out how to do it. He's awesome. Everyone needs a big, strong man like Chris to do their landscaping.
That's true. We're trying to get it all mixed up. Yeah.
Cake. This better be some good vegetables. Where's the cocktail?
That's right. You should have a cocktail in your hand. I know.
Oh, y'all, this is some work, but my goal is that it will pay off in the long run. Like, it'll really pay off and it'll feel really good to have fresh vegetables in my yard that, with the help of several wonderful people, I was able to do myself. Okay, so we're starting to put it in the beds now, right?
Uh-huh.
And so we're gonna fill it up, what, a couple of inches?
Yeah, just get a nice layer so that we can moisten it down to add the next one on. There we go. That's good.
All right, yeah, we got this. I'm glad I brought my work clothes.
Oh, you are in your work clothes.
I did. See, I could have worn sequins.
Okay, everybody stand back.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey, y'all. Look what Karen brought me from Fazzios. It's purple.
She is waving her wand.
Dun 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 dun. It's my new scepter. Okay, anyway, I got a serious job to do. We haven't even started planting yet.
Preparation.
Y'all, we're gonna finish up our beds. We gotta do this. Several layers here, several layers there, get it all started. And then the fun part. You like my microphone?
I love your microphone. That'd be a good tool for the garden.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, a garden sprayer.
Oh.
See, you're gardening already.
Nice color. Kind of goes more with my shirt than your dress. Give me that.
All right, you guys, and welcome back. If you're just now joining us, we are here with Karen Ball with Fazzios Home and Farm in Gulfport, Mississippi, and we are building a victory garden here in my yard.
Yes, we are.
We have spent time figuring out what we're doing, as in like what all to bring and buy and that kind of stuff. We've prepped the soil, and now it's time for what you've all been waiting for. I know me. We're gonna be putting these little babies in the soil.
That's right. Carefully putting them in the soil. And you have to change out your gloves.
Oh, why? This is my armor.
I know it is your armor, but now we're doing delicate work. And it matches. Look, it almost matches.
Okay, fine, Karen. I like my gloves.
I know.
My husband said they look like welder's gloves. All right. Well, these are cute.
Alrighty.
Check them out. Okay. So, how are we getting started with all this?
Spotting the plants.
Spotting?
Spotting the plants means it's like designing your garden. So we're going to put the plants where I think I want them to grow, and then from there we can start putting them in. Okay, so we're just going to spot right now. Okay, it doesn't look like much, but you have to allow this much space in between the peppers. We've got the yellow squash. I've got a burpless cucumber.
A burpless?
Yes.
Oh, as in like you don't burp when you eat it?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't cause that digestive situation that does with a lot of people.
Interesting.
And so I got you a crook neck and a straight neck on the squash.
Ooh.
Here's another cucumber.
God, you know every single plant.
Well, pretty much. Pretty much. Now the okra, I decided Clemson, about 4.5, 5 feet tall. No spines on the fruit when you pick it.
So they're going to be like really, really tall.
Right.
I hope you like some gumbo. Okay,
Yes,
and that's
yes.
what these are going to be.
These are going to be across the back.
All right.
I'm going to put some of the tomatoes in the front. Let me see how I'm going to do this.
It's funny, the tomatoes look so much taller than the okra right now.
Well, these have gotten a little bit leggy, but the thing to remember about a tomato, this is the only vegetable plant that you can bury deep. See fuzz on here?
Yes.
So the fuzz on here turns into roots. So literally, we can plant these tomatoes this deep.
Really?
And what you're going to get is a better root structure. Or...
But tomatoes are the only plant to do
Only
that.
plant. Only plant.
Because I've read in all my newsletters I was telling you about that you have to be very thoughtful about the crown
Exactly.
of like where the stem meets the root, but I guess not in tomatoes.
Exactly. On tomatoes, it's different. In fact, look at this one. It's already wanting to set roots.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right. So, like you said, what you want to think about is you're not going to be very deep. You don't want to bury that part. So you're just going to bury a little bit, compact down so it firms it up. Okay? And that's all the deeper that plant's
And you're
gonna
not
go.
covering that soil that came with it.
No, not really. You will kill the plant if you bury the crown.
Where do you want me to put it?
Okay, so let's get you a burpless here. And why don't you take this one and put it
So these are
over
the
here.
3 burpless.
These are the 3 burpless plants.
I can handle the burpless.
And the soil that comes out
Okay.
can just go in the bed.
So just like stick my finger in, stick this little baby. Oh, it's a little baby. I didn't have to.
Now don't go too
Oh.
deep, because remember, look at where your soil is.
All right, if I can do this, anyone can do this. That's for sure. And on his farm, he had some squash. E-I-E-I-O.
With a
And
squish
a burp,
squish
burp
there
here and
and
burp, burp there. Here a burp, there a burp, everywhere burp, burp. Oh, this is the cantaloupe. So the cantaloupe trails too.
Yes. Yeah. They're all in the melon family. And we'll just watch on this that if for some reason something doesn't appear that it's going to survive, like maybe the squash or something, I have all these squash seeds in stock.
Okay.
And we can just pop them in. Just go, oh, there it is. Just took a little longer to come up.
Oh, you're making it all like geometric and pretty.
Yeah.
She said the garden needs to be pretty too.
I like symmetry.
So how long is it going to take for us to actually eat out of this thing?
I'd have to research a little bit more about the maturity. Well, let's see what this says. This says matures in 50 to 64 days. This is okra. Okra loves the sun, loves it hot. So that's what this one's saying.
That's like 2 months.
2 months, yes. Yes.
I'm going to be starving.
I know. This was a long term.
Karen, oh my God, look at this.
I know. Look what you did.
Look what you did.
Fabulous.
It looks
Fabulous.
wonderful. Now, how am I going to keep it looking fabulous, Karen? What do I need to do?
Consistency of moisture. Do not let your plants dry out.
So do I need to water every day?
Possibly, but you can test the soil. You can go down, test the soil, see how wet it is. Depends on how hot it's been.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say it would be every day. You usually water early in the morning, late in the evening. Try to stay away. I try to tell people stay away from 10 to 3 because it's really, really hot.
Okay.
And don't forget with your hose, let it run water free until that water is not warm before you water your plants.
That's right, because she caught us earlier using hot water out of the hose, which happens all the time here in Mississippi, right? So let it run until it's cooler. And then something else you told me with the wand is don't water the actual plant.
Right. Water around the plant. The plant wants water at the roots. It doesn't want water on the foliage.
All right. Well, I have learned so much, and you've taught me so much, and I really appreciate you guys. You can find her over at Fazzios in Gulfport, Fazzios Home and Farm Center in Gulfport, Mississippi. This is Karen. Karen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
It was a pleasure.
All right, you guys, after the break, I know you think we've exhausted this topic, but we haven't. There's so much more to know about having an edible yard here in the South. Stay with us. Stay tuned for more Miss Congeniality.
Nature is all around us. It's largely intact. We can go outside right now and see nature, and often at its best. And we can go down the street, we can go see these wonderful natural resources, whether it's the Mississippi Sound, the Pascagoula River, the Wolf River, wherever we want to go in South Mississippi, nature's right there in our face. What a great place to be able to experience it, not just for us that live here, it's quality of life for us, but it's also for the people we're trying to attract to come visit South Mississippi. They can come they can fish, they can hike, they can bird watch, they can do whatever they want. They can go just sit and enjoy nature right there in our own backyard. That's what's special about the coast of Mississippi.
Let's talk about something that women don't want to talk about, and that is incontinence. We at the Women's Clinic have a simple procedure that we can do to take care of that. We use the Photona laser. It's a simple procedure. You have tightening, you have enhanced lubrication. Sex isn't painful anymore, and you don't have that leakage that you deal with on a daily basis. Come see us at the Women's Clinic in Gulfport. We're right by Gulfport Memorial Hospital.
Kumquat?
No, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You guys, this is Christian Stevenson, right?
Yes.
He is with the Mississippi State Extension Service, and we're going to be talking about fruit trees. I have a kumquat here in my yard and a satsuma, and guess what we bought?
What did you buy?
Grapefruit.
All right, grapefruit's a wonderful tree for down here. You know, one of the really important things is just to get off to a good start. Start with a really strong plant when you're purchasing it, which you've got a great one. Make sure you plant it properly. Make sure it gets enough water through the first year. You may need to do a little pruning occasionally, and with citrus trees, occasionally you might get a bug or two, but it's not really high maintenance at all.
So it keeps blooming year after year and giving you food without much work.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's something I love about my satsuma.
Sure.
I mean, come Christmas time, it's like, I have satsumas more than I can eat.
It doesn't take very many trees to have all of the fruit you could ever want. So you don't have to have 20 of them to make it work for you. 1 or 2 trees in your yard is a really great addition, not only to adding some fruit to your landscape, but I think they're really attractive trees. The flowers smell wonderful. So they're really great trees to add to your landscape.
All right, so where should we plant this? You tell me.
We want to make sure that we put it somewhere where it's going to have some space, and we want to make sure that we're going to have room for it to grow, ready access where we can give it some water. So I've looked around your landscape a little bit. I think you've got a spot right over there that'll work wonderfully. So as we're getting the plant out, we want to make sure we're being gentle. But you can see we've got root system all the way down. In fact, we've got a little bit too much root system there. So we want to break open those roots a little bit.
So how long until I get grapefruit off this tree?
Well, most fruit trees are going to take about 3 years before you're really going to see good fruit production off of them.
And that's all part of the whole having an edible yard, not just your annual gardens, but also having perennial plants around the yard, like fruits and nuts that are growing year after year after year. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the great thing about the Extension Service is, while I like to think that I know everything, and people will tell you that I think I know everything, even if I don't, there are a lot of experts with the Extension Service. So if there's something that I don't know, I know people I can ask. So we have a fruit tree specialist. We have people who are experts in vegetables, people who are experts in ornamental plants, people who are experts in a wide range of other topics. So if there's something that you're interested in knowing, give us a call, contact us by email, look us up online. We would love to give you all the information that you're looking for.
And it's free.
Absolutely free.
It's free. I mean, free information. How cool is that? What is your hobby outside of gardening? I have to know.
Gardening?
Yes.
No, that is my hobby. That's what I do. This is my first love.
It's gardening, and it's your last love.
It's my first and my last. I only needed one other than my wife.
Okay. What do you like to grow in your yard?
I'm a big fan of vegetables. Most of what I grow are vegetables. I love tomatoes and peppers and squash and all of that. It's you don't have to have the patience for trees. You can grow those vegetables in one season. I love to cook, so it's something I can take right from my landscape. Take those vegetables right inside. The best vegetables, best fruit you're ever going to get are what you're going to pick right from your backyard. So that's my hobby right there. Between gardening and cooking, I have a pretty good setup.
What kind of show is this?
Miss Congeniality. It's a funny show.
Okay.
So I want to hear your funniest gardening story.
My funniest garden story. I really don't have one of them.
Oh my gosh, my funniest gardening story.
No, that's a sad one. Okay, let me think of a funny one.
Funniest garden story. This is absolutely my funniest garden story. I'm backing down the street to give somebody a piece of pie, and I get stopped in the middle of a street to talk about a garden.
With this as a microphone?
With a, yeah. Yep. So, yeah, this is it.
Look like $1 million without spending it. Here at Back on the Rack, we sell only the brands that you trust. Jade, Carly, Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana, Tibby, Kate Spade, Louis Vuitton, and more. Back on the Rack, upscale resale. We buy and sell across the U.S. and you can shop right on Facebook. It's luxury consignment for the stylish woman.
You guys, I got a scepter. I mean, I hate to say that my entire day has been boiled down to a scepter. Actually, this is that water hose thing. I love it. Anyways, by the way, you can get this at Fazzios over in Gulfport, Mississippi. You guys, this has been an interesting show for me. Like I said at the very beginning, I've been wanting to do a garden and have a more edible yard, a more self-sustaining yard for a long time, and I've always been scared to do it. What I most learned from this segment or from this episode is that I don't have to know everything. There are resources everywhere. The garden centers have people that can help you. The Mississippi State Extension Service can help you. If you have a landscaper, like I have Chris with Making the Cut, they can help you. So many people can help you. And at the end of the day, if you mess up, guess what? It's not that big of a deal, okay? So get your hands dirty, get out there, and have faith in yourself that you too can do this. If I can do this in a dress, you can do it not in a dress. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Miss Congeniality. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you to go out and build your own victory garden. I know I am so excited about what I have going on here, and I'm about to go watering in just a second. Don't forget to love yourself, be yourself, and let's make this world a more beautiful place. Until next time, I am Miss Congeniality. Uh-oh, I think I lost a nail. Oh. It's right here. It's in my glove. I lost a nail. I really did.
You really did lose it in the glove?
It's in the glove.